also think of the people who have been rewarded for it too. You think of people who have had the titles. If someone hasn't had that, despite how good they are, they often aren't in the conversation, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Stevie Richards was absolutely brilliant at the job he was given, right? I think I would much rather meet Stevie Richards than meet John Cena, truly, because one, he's a wealth of knowledge, but two, he's seen the business from another side, which is unfair, and he said it himself on his own show, he gets treated less than by his peers in certain aspects, and he goes, well, you're treating me like this, but you're putting me in this position. I could be anything, but you put me here, and then you treat me like this for it's so unfair, isn't it? When you think about it, no other job exists like that, does it?
No, I don't think so. Where you do everything that's expected of you, and then you don't get rewarded for it. I have an interesting Stevie Richards story, and I want to preface this by saying there's no ill will, no hard feelings. I completely understand that he and I are I consider him a friend, not a great friend, but we're definitely, we're okay. But when I first debuted on TV, I did my first 3 weeks were velocity matches. They were just squash matches, except for Funaki. So I wrestled Funaki, and then the next 2 weeks I squashed local guys. And then I debuted on SmackDown against Funaki again. And then I started doing some squash matches. And Stevie Richards had been, he had a match right around that time where he had a match on Sunday Night Heat, I believe. And he crushed it. And Vince would always give the brass ring speech once a year or once every 6 months. You guys have to grab, that's right there waiting for you guys to grab it. Somebody grab it. I'm begging you. And so, they actually called a meeting in catering, wheeled out the television, popped in the VHS tape of Stevie's match and said, this is what we're looking for. This is a perfect example of Stevie did everything that we wanted. It was like just like I said, it was on Sunday Night Heat. It wasn't even on their main show.
Stevie Night Heat,
yeah.
That's right.
And so then follow that up with the very next week. Hey, we want you to basically put this new guy over, Mr. Kennedy. We just want him to squash you, basically. And he said no. And it wasn't like he just said no outright. It was like, you just told me that doesn't align with what you're asking me to do now. And and the thing is it takes balls to do something like that. He stood on business, and it just didn't work out for him in that case. They sent him home, I think. We didn't see Stevie for quite a while after that.
That sucks.
But again, I completely understand what he did. It wasn't a personal dig or a personal attack against me. So
it's a shame. I'll always sing Stevie's praises. I thought his heel character in The Right to Censor was phenomenal. I thought that was some of his greatest work. I had the action figure of Stevie as a kid. This wee tie, the wee rubber tie that used to be on his action figure, actually came off, gutted. But it was a great faction, and a huge fan of Stevie. And I think it's good that he was like, you know what, I deserve better than that.
Yep.
And he went on to TNA, and he's got an amazing show that he does right now as well. So big up to Stevie Richards. What a guy.